I'm recording.
Fan.
I am also recording.
I am recording, but I forgot to turn off my fan, so there's just like...
Only fan?
It's only a fan.
It's only fan.
Only just a fan.
It's only for economics.
Excessive air conditioners. That's going to be the new pornographic website I make.
It's not like you want it for peace or chemistry.
It's chemistry.
It's
Chemistry.
chemistry, you fucking animals.
Chemistry.
I'm so glad I never had to take chemistry.
Oh yeah, we should probably do an intro.
Yeah, I mean, it happens. It'll happen on its own time.
No, it won't.
I'm actually going to also take a step forward here and actually start my own timer to know, or stopwatch, so I know how long we're actually going. Because I swear we got thrown off last time because we took forever to start the episode.
True.
Yeah, also true. All right. I like to do the thing, like, if you guys just be quiet for a little bit, I'll come in hot with the intro, then we go from there.
You trying to
noticed.
silence me? This is literally 1984.
I had not noticed. We had literally recorded like 7 of these, and I have not noticed, not once.
Wait,
we have a format?
No. What? I mean, yeah. Damn it. Why is my reaction just to say no to everything?
Yeah, boys, we won.
Because then they can never hit you
tyranny.
with... They can never hit you with a... It's like, Nathan, you a guy? Yeah. It's like, Nathan, you like pizza? Yeah. It's like, Nathan, you like video games? Yeah. Nathan, you gay? No. Yeah. Wait, what? No. So your instinct is to just say no to everything, and I punched my mic there.
Nice.
Oh, I'll punch my mic. I might have fucked something up there. Look,
you do?
I'll say this. No, I punched the shit out of my mic.
Why would you actually punch the mic?
Because it was funny. Now, it's good now. But for, like, there's like a centimeter wide, just completely full audio wave on my track now.
God, it's just... Jesus Christ. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Bloomfield Podcast. A podcast about nothing, and sometimes something. Today, I'm joined by my what the fucks, Dylan and Logan. Say hi, boys.
It's mostly
No.
nothing, if we're being honest.
I think we've admitted to that about every episode at this point.
I mean, yeah, but especially considering last episode, which is an official episode, not just a bullshit whatever
That
the
is
hell
true.
episode. I think it's pretty clear that we suck at our job, gentlemen.
I've said from the start the tagline of the podcast should be it's the podcast about nothing. Because it really is about nothing.
I mean, yeah, we can't... It's copyright infringement, maybe. Probably not, but just...
Jerry Seinfeld can lick my ass.
My great white Scottish ass.
Exactly.
You can lick my European beanbag.
What? Ugh.
Him, Jerry Seinfeld, Michael Richards, and Jason Alexander can all eat my ass. I would be honored if Julia Louis-Dreyfus did, though.
Even though she's like what in her...
I
50s or so.
don't give a shit.
I mean...
Oh, right, I forgot. You like them older, don't you?
I mean,
I mean, not
was...
exclusively, but like...
I banged
hey.
Jennifer Aniston.
Exactly.
Okay, you know what? That's fair.
Yeah, I mean, like, she doesn't age.
I mean, I haven't... What's her name again? Elaine's actress?
Julia Louis-Dreyfus.
I have not. I don't know what she looks like in her current age. So
She doesn't look much
harsh.
more... Like, she doesn't look much older than she did at, like, 30 on Seinfeld. Like, she still looks pretty good. She's got, like, the, like, Reese Witherspoon effect, where, like, the only thing that really changes is they have a more pronounced chin as they got older. That's about it.
I'm Googling right now.
You should look it up.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Anyway, so while Logan's Googling that, how you been, Dylan?
I'm alright. I'm physically sore and in pain, but it's par for the course. That's basically just standard.
Yeah, I mean...
My body's check engine lights are on.
The picture they use for Jerry Seinfeld on Google is not very pleasing.
I mean, Jerry Seinfeld is not a very pleasing man overall,
She's
but...
61?
Damn.
Wow.
She looks good for 61.
Wow. That
Like-
woman has aged gracefully.
She looks like in her 40s. Like,
That's impressive.
Hell yeah, brother.
exactly.
I may need to leave the pod for a few hours and come back later.
Hours? They don't got hours.
Logan talked about earlier starting a stopwatch to see how long the pod runs. I start a stopwatch at the beginning of the pod to make sure I finish right at the end.
Right at the end, homie.
Oh my god.
So
As Nate does the outro, that's how you get off.
How did you get off?
So wait, did we do small talk? How is everyone?
We got Dylan small talk. How you been, Logan?
Let's talk about something else.
Good answer,
Okay,
Steve.
Let's go to the show.
Good answer, Steve.
Awful. School sucks. Everything sucks. It's not that bad. Getting really close to the end of the semester. At the time of this recording, I have about 3-ish weeks left. A little less than 3 weeks, I believe. And I slept through one of my classes this morning. Completely missed it, but it's okay because it's not important at all to show up. So, just waiting for the semester to be over. I just found out I got some financial aid because the government's just randomly giving out financial aid. I'm getting like $250, so that's cool.
Very
Gonna
nice.
waste it. on
Hell
something.
yeah.
Gonna spend it, motherfuckers. Other than that, still depressed. Still a sad sack, but still.
Yeah,
living.
that's kind of
Got
how
a
we all
podcast.
are, though.
Got a podcast.
Logan's getting close to the end of his semester. I'm just getting close.
To the end.
I mean,
of
we
it
haven't
all.
even
Interpret that as you will.
We've barely been recording for like 7 minutes, dude. You got a lot of time left. There's no way you can be this close already.
Okay, you underestimate my power, first of all.
I don't want to estimate anything about your cock and nuts. I just gotta be honest with you.
Well, that's your fucking problem, not mine.
How I feel having massive cock and nuts.
That's
I'm
just
built
such
like
a funny way to say it.
chimpanzee. No dick, all nuts.
Yeah, because they say cock and balls normally. So when you hear cock and nuts, you're like,
Conk and balm torture. Oh yeah, Nathan, let's spin the wheel. Let's get this fucking shipwreck back on track.
all right, call out your numbers. I call out the fucking number 1.
Number 3.
Number 1, number 3, that makes me 2. All right, let's get
You're
to
big
it.
fat poopy.
Damn.
I made him eat a shit sandwich.
I made Tiny eat a shit.
Alright, spin the wheel that's not actually a wheel.
All right, number 1.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I'm not. I'm not.
That's impressive. Okay, so wait, I was number 1, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I was number 1. Okay.
Hey.
Just making sure. I don't want to pull a Dylan and just start talking. So
No one wants to pull Dylan.
That's why hey, if you want something done right, you do it yourself.
that's fair. So my topic, hopefully this actually generates a discussion this time. Hyperfixation, homies.
I love everything, and then I don't hate it, and then I hate it, and then I'd like it again.
I don't think that's hyperfixation. I think that's called being a bipolar, Nathan.
I thought you were about to say,
Being a
I think it's called
bitch.
being a bitch.
Gotcha.
Well, I mean, not quite the same thing, but I guess that kind of overlaps. No, I'm just talking. Is there, when you're like, when you're into something and then you like hyperfixate on it to the point where like you pretty much don't talk about anything else.
Yeah,
For, like, a
I
month.
do that all the time.
I'm basically hyperfixating on 3 things in my life right now. Nathan, do you have any?
At the moment, I'm really into TMNT. Like, I fucking love the turtles.
That's my fault.
No, yeah, like honestly, half the time, the hyperfixation that I have will come from Logan or vice versa. That happens so fucking often. But man, I just bought like a trade of the first few IDW Turtles comics, and that's gonna be coming in soon. That's gonna be really hype. And we've been playing a lot of TMNT based video games. This is cool shit.
I've pretty much taken Nathan back to 2004 when all I had was a PlayStation 2 and a Game Boy Advance and a PS1 in my closet. And I did nothing but play Ninja Turtles and watch Looney Tunes. So I have been on a Ninja Turtles high these last couple weeks, and it's definitely, I'm sure these two obviously know about it, but to give you an idea, ladies and gentlemen, I have convinced Dylan and Nathan to buy an overpriced, rare licensed game on the PS4 just so we could play it online together. We bought Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutants in Manhattan by Platinum Games, which that game has a bit of a mixed reaction. Some people like it, some people think it's kind of meh. I personally really liked it, but now I really, 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 really like the game because I've been able to play it with my friends. Playing that game in multiplayer, I mean, it's not that the game is any better; it just feels more fun, and
Yeah.
that's what's great about it. Because we're no stranger to playing some or even bad games, but TMNT with some friends is just fucking fun.
We're no strangers to love.
You know the rules, and
so
do I.
Anyway,
but yeah, go ahead, Dylan.
I agree. I've also kind of been getting into Ninja Turtles more lately, mainly because playing games with y'all. I just run around as Raph with Sai in my hands. I just go shank as I repeatedly stab people in the ribs.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen Raphael can like stab into brick and hang off a wall with his Sai, so them shit's built different.
Oh yeah, I mean,
even though Sais are correct me if I'm wrong, Dylan, but Sais are made for slashing, not for stabbing. Right?
I think they can be used for either. I think they are actually primarily made for stabbing. I don't know how good of an edge they have. I think they have more of a point. Granted, I don't like. Admittedly, my weapon expertise falls short in like from like Eastern regions weaponry.
Right.
But I'm pretty sure that Sire a stabbing weapon. You can slash with them too to a degree.
But yeah, I've been super into the games again. Me and Nathan came down to my house and needed to download some updates, and I actually had him try out the arcade versions of the Ninja Turtle games while he was down here, because those games are super short when you're playing on an emulator.
Yeah.
Not that I would know anything about emulators, Konami. Don't come after me. And I've actually been reading the comics. Nathan said he's going for the IDW series, which is the ongoing series right now, the current comic. I'm actually hunting down the original black and white Mirage comics. And by that, I mean the trades that IDW releases. Because fuck paying like $1,500 for one floppy.
You suck my floppy for that much money.
Oh yeah, I've been loving every second of it, because it's like this mixture of what I'm used to from the Turtles, but also this nice Frank Miller Dark Knight Returns edge on it, and it's really fun, because it's a comic that takes its... I'm sorry if you heard that. There's a loud noise in the background. It's a comic that takes itself very seriously, but it's also in on the joke that it's about 4 giant teenage turtles that know ninjutsu. So, I was about to say karate. So, it's been a wondrous 80s cheeseball ride from beginning to end, and I'm getting anxious for when my Volume 2 comes in the mail. Yeah, I can't stop talking about the freaking franchise, because I've been into it for such a long time. So, I take breaks from it, and then it hits me, and I'm like, I can't talk about literally anything else for at least a month.
Nah, but, I don't know if that's like a thing with some people. Like, if it's a mental thing, how hyperfixation on stuff works. I don't know. I'm kind of in the same boat. If I get into something and I really enjoy it, that's just the thing that I like. That's just the thing that I talk about. It's the thing that the media and the entertainment I consume for like at least a month. I don't know. That's just how I work with things, I guess.
I've noticed it more over time. And I would always kind of be given shit for it, like, that I would jump from thing to thing to thing, is like, when I hyperfixate on something, that's it. I want to do this, and I generally just don't want to do anything else. Like, when I would be in a turtle mood as a kid, I would want my sisters to play Ninja Turtles with me if we were going to play a game on the PS2. I want to play Ninja Turtles. I don't want to play any other game. I just want to play Ninja Turtles, and I did that for everything. And I've noticed now that, yeah, that was probably annoying when they wanted to play something else on the PS2 or just game consoles in general. I don't know. Is this what neurodivergent is? I'm not too educated on that situation with mental health, so I think that's what that is. I have brain problems.
I got no idea. You're speaking gibberish to me. I just thing I like make brain go burr. That's all I really know.
Yeah, that's really what it comes down to. What about you, Dylan? You said you were hyperfixating on 3 things. Would you like to elaborate?
Hyperfixating on 3 things. Making a suit of armor, martial arts, angsty-ass music. So as you can probably guess, I saw the Batman twice.
I was there for both times.
He was, and man, I am fucked. I am so fucked.
I think you'll be happy to know, Dylan, that I'm going to go see that this Monday.
Hell yeah.
So we'll be able to discuss that. We should do a Batman topic.
We definitely
should. God, it's such a good movie.
It's so fucking good. God, when Penguin has a 5-minute uninterrupted no music twerking scene, it just built on the plot so much.
Is it Dan DeVito playing Penguin?
No, it's Colin Farrell.
Oh, I don't think I know who that is.
He's sexy. Not as
okay.
Penguin,
Sweet.
but without the heavy amounts of makeup.
Oh,
Yeah,
how
it's
can you get a
unfortunate.
sexy man not sexy on the
A
big
shit
screen?
ton of prosthetics.
Dang it.
But yeah,
Man, I
I've,
loved it when Catwoman was just bare tits out that one scene. That was kind of weird to be in a PG-13 movie.
Excuse me, fellas, I gotta go to the theater.
I will say I did deliver the line to Nathan at one point. My man's about to give it all up for the Kravitz-ussy. It was completely unwarranted. Catwoman wasn't even on screen. I just said it because it was funny. But yeah. So I've been piecemeal like assembling a suit of armor, and it's functional at this point. But there's still more I want to add to it. It should be done within the next 2 weeks, I think. Assuming I don't go full crackhead mode and continue to buy shit.
Have you painted it and everything, like colors?
No, I have not painted it yet. Which I'm only gonna have to paint some parts of it because I'm gonna paint like accents on it because it's all black.
Right.
And beyond that, I actually did start taking martial arts lately. I actually had my second class today. I'm taking Jiu Jitsu now, and it's fun. I mean, admittedly, I spent half of the lesson getting choked out, but I mean, you gotta. Sometimes you just gotta get choked out to learn how to get out of a chokehold, which I did learn, so that's helpful.
You gotta take the good with the bad, you know?
Yeah.
My family always, well, mainly my dad, but Dad always kind of pushed for me to learn how to, do karate, like go to a karate class.
I'm telling you, you guys should come. You should come to this place and do jujitsu with me. It would be so much fun.
How much does it cost?
It is kind of expensive, yeah.
I imagine you can't pay for a single day, can you?
What you get 4 sessions as a trial, and then after that, if you want to continue, it's like $100 a month, which is expensive. I'm not gonna lie, it is expensive, but it's so much damn fun, and it's nice feeling powerful. So
I was a big chicken shit as a child. And,
Same.
oh god, there's a sneeze coming. So if I mute randomly. I was a big chicken shit as a child, so I didn't want to fight anybody. I didn't want to spar. I didn't want someone to, like, take my ass out on the mat, you know what I mean? So, that kind of drove me away from it, and eventually it just sort of faded away from my parents' minds. And as I got older, they were like, I guess he probably doesn't really want to do it, does he? So, yeah, I always thought there'd be some pretty nice value in learning some martial arts, being able to actually defend myself, if someone came up to me.
right.
Besides just carrying a weapon on me.
Yeah,
so,
I mean, like, I know the ancient martial art of Glock.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even trust you with a Glock, Nathan.
I think Nathan was speaking as me in that scenario. But,
True.
like, me and Nathan discussed that, what was it, last week? I think it was when we were going to the theater. And we were talking about, it's really telling in that scene in the Indiana Jones. I'm pretty sure it's Raiders of the Lost Ark, where that guy's doing all that flippy shit with the swords, and then Indiana Jones just shoots him in the fucking face.
Yeah.
Like, that's me. Like, I don't care how strong you are or how well versed in the ancient arts you are. I mean, I'm not getting my nose broken and my ribs cracked. I'm just don't step on me, all right? Don't tread on me. Don't tread on me.
I mean, that's the thing, is like I am learning a martial art so I can defend myself, but like I am in the future gonna carry a gun, so it's like I probably will shoot someone first, but if they're like a crackhead and they tank, half a magazine from a Glock, it's like, all right, I'm gonna have to do this the old-fashioned way.
I still would want to do it, just in case.
It is fun. I will say it is extremely fun.
Yeah, that's partially why I would want to. I'm thinking of actually just going to the gym and stuff like that this summer if I can. Just to be generally more healthy.
Right.
I'm trying to take care of myself more, and
that's part of the reason why I picked up the jiu-jitsu, is it's like I want to not be a fat fuck, and I should get out of the house more than just going to work, and I want to learn how to fight. I mean, to a degree. I mean, my mass pass, it's like, I kind of have it, but it's like, I'm like, I weighed myself this morning, I'm like 205, and like at most when my weight fluctuates, I'll be up to like 210. So it's like, I ain't skinny, but I ain't a thick boy. I'm not a 300 like old Nate.
Yeah, I'm a chunky chunk, and chunky chunks love Slurpees.
Chunky chunk, fuck.
Nathan's built like a can of chunky Campbell's chicken noodle soup.
I look like a busted can of biscuits. That's what I look like.
My man's built Ford tough.
So how long are you going to take the classes for?
That I've actually been trying to think about for a while because I don't have any intention of like doing this for like years on end and becoming like a black belt or anything like that. As cool as that does sound, like it requires a level of commitment and stuff that I know as a person I don't have. But it's like I kind of would want to get to a yellow belt before I would stop. Because then it's like, you know, I at least know, like, the basics that, like, the average person I would probably be able to handle. Especially because I'm, like, I'm a slightly bigger than average dude. It does take a while. Like, I think it would take about a year, probably, to get my belt.
And that's $1,200 right there.
Yeah. So I might I'm thinking I might do it for, like, 2 or 3 months. And then if I feel confident with the skills I've picked up, then I'll stop. But if I still feel like I need a bit more before I can handle myself, I might bump it up to like 4 or 5. But I think my plan right now is probably 3 months.
What is
gotcha.
yellow belt in the totem pole of belts?
I think
because I know white belt's the beginning
yeah.
and black belt is the end. So
So,
where's yellow?
I'm not entirely sure. I think the structure is roughly white, yellow, green, blue, purple, red, brown, black. I could be wrong about that, so like if anyone's a fan of martial arts, don't fucking flame me in the comments and call me an idiot. I know I'm an idiot. I'm giving first-hand warning that I am most likely wrong, but obviously everyone knows black's at the top, white's at the bottom, and I'm pretty sure either red or brown is directly below black. Green is right above yellow, which is right above white. But the middle section is kind of where things get fuzzy.
Do they have you break boards and shit in Brazilian Jiu Jitsu?
No. So we haven't done a ton of strikes really. It's a lot of like grapples and stuff. Like the main things I've learned so far is how to get out of like a front-facing chokehold, how to basically trip your opponent if they're above you, and how to escape like a ground pound, which are very useful skills to have in a fight. Because the last thing you want to be is just get sat on by your opponent and just get your face busted open. So now I have a decent idea of how to get out of that.
Depends how attractive is this opponent.
That's true. I mean, to quote Roger from American Dad, it was at this point that I finally blacked out and was able to achieve orgasm. As Stan beat the shit out of him while he was dressed as Jesus.
Does that have to get censored, Nathan?
What, the word orgasm?
Yeah.
As long
That's
as
a
he doesn't say
scientific term.
As long as he doesn't say the other variation, like the street term for it, I think we're fine.
The street term? No.
We might need to... It's okay, it's close enough. We'll censor it.
No, we don't need to censor that one. Leave it in.
Censor but don't censor orgasm. That's fine.
Okay, orgasm is fine. Any variation of will also be censored.
Okay.
No!
We're back, baby!
Baby
it's
batter.
back!
Baby gravy.
Baby gravy. That's my favorite
Father's milk.
Oh, stop!
Daddy's milk. Oh my.
Oh, God.
Holy shit. You guys, surprise special first guest, George Takei. Or Takai?
The fuck?
It's Takai. Yeah.
Takai.
George Takai. He's a celebrity, and he's I don't know if he was in a TV show.
He was on
some
Star Trek.
sitcom. Yes. I'm talking about where Oh Mai's from. It's from some
yeah.
sitcom he guest starred in, I believe. I don't think he was a main character. I don't believe so.
Oh, you mean Sulu in Star Trek didn't go, oh my, Captain Kirk?
You're speaking Greek to me. I'm a Star Wars gremlin. I don't know what the fuck a Star Trek is.
I mean, same. Literally, the only people I know from Star Trek are Patrick Stewart, William Shatner, George Takei, and what's Spock's name? Leonard Nimoy?
Leonard Nimoy.
Those are the only ones I know.
I just know Shatner because his face is fucking terrifying. There's no wonder they made the Halloween mask after him.
Why is his... I don't think Shatner's terrifying.
I think Nathan means the mold they used to make the
guess,
Michael Myers
yeah.
mask.
Yeah.
I'll say this.
That is Shatner's face.
William Shatner looks pretty good for 90. Like, he looks like he's in his 70s.
He's 90?
He's like 90, yeah. I was surprised
Really?
too. He does not look 90. Like, even though he's like, he's got some heft to him and stuff, like, he does not look 90. He looks like he's in his 70s at the latest. I'm pretty sure he's at least 80s. Look it up.
Hold on, I'm finding a current photo of
Damn.
William Shatner.
Alright, so while Logan's up to that, is there any more hyperfixation shit we want to talk about?
I mean, titties.
I mean, yeah.
Look.
Yeah. That's not what I was going to say, but yeah.
I mean, I got that. I was about to say I feel that, but I don't, so I got that.
You really don't.
None of us do.
None of us touch grass nor titties.
No.
Damn shame.
Damn shame. Anyway,
I mean,
we'll
hey,
get
if I spar
this.
with a woman next week.
Maybe.
Stay tuned.
So,
Wait, what? What woman do we have marked down as a guest star?
No, I said spar, like Jiu Jitsu.
Oh, you're going to spar with a woman. Oh, boy.
Possibly. I mean, there's women in the class. There's actually a lot, like, all different ages of people and stuff in that class. Like, there's guys in their probably, like, 60s or 70s. There's people in their 40s, shit like that.
All right, so William Shatner, he was born on March 22nd. His birthday passed not too long ago. 1931. He is 91 years old.
And
Get
he don't
this.
look it.
In 2021, Shatner flew to space aboard a Blue Origin suborbital capsule at age 90. He became the oldest person to fly to space and one of the first 600 to do so. Minutes after the flight, Shatner articulated experiencing the overview effect. What the fuck is the overview effect? Cognitive shift and awareness.
Now, hey, you know what we're hyperfixating on now, fellas? William Shatner going into space.
Hold on.
fucking William Shatner in space, dude.
I
didn't
do
know he went to
remember that.
space.
I did.
Oh,
I did know.
Okay. Basically, the overview effect is when you realize how insignificant we are in the universe.
Oh yeah, like how
Yeah.
tiny Earth actually is compared to the rest of the known cosmos.
When you're in a little metal rocket outside of the little rock that you call home, and then you look out into the sea of infinite stars, like
I always thought I knew Shatner was an older guy.
I
Like,
thought
at
he was like
least-
70.
I thought, yeah, at most. I thought he was in his 50s or like 50s and 60s.
My
when,
man,
just a
my
couple
man
years
looks
ago.
amazing for 90. I'll give him that.
These celebrities are just sucking out the fountain of youth, and I want to know where it's at.
Alex Jones says dead babies, but I would take that with basically a
What?
mountain.
Whoa! What the fuck? What the fuck?
Dead babies? Okay, hold on. Explain yourself.
Ask Alex Jones to explain himself. That man's
I
a
don't
nutcase.
wanna.
We are not DMing Alex Jones on Twitter.
We
all right?
100% should DM Alex Jones on Twitter. He should be the first guest. Oh my god. I will literally shit on a birthday cake if we can get Alex Jones as our first guest.
I am looking at my phone with malicious intent at the Twitter app.
Oh my
Does
god.
he use Twitter?
Probably.
Actually, he might be. I think he's probably been, like, banned from Twitter, to be honest.
I mean,
You can find him on Facebook then.
Find him
probably.
on Parlor. Go on Parlor. We're going
We're
down
not
on
going
a
to
deep
Parler.
dive,
okay,
boys.
no.
Look, just
No.
straight up, I'm going to say this right now. This is not only for you guys, but for our audience as well. You will never in a million years find us on any political, like, centric websites.
Social media of any kind.
You'll
Never
never find me
find
on
us on
social
Parler.
media, let alone, like, political social media.
Dylan's,
Yeah, God.
Dylan's somehow the best of us not using any social media, even though he has a Twitter account and a Twitch. But, like, no,
I
we're
have
not...
social media, I just don't use it at all.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I'm more or less in the same
So-
boat at this point. I rarely use my Twitter, like, at all.
You should. You're a bad host.
I,
You gotta look after your Bloomfield pod Twitter.
we don't have anyone on there yet. this fu-
Not yet. Keyword yet. You see,
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
thinking
yeah.
small potatoes.
It can't the flower will not nurture unless you nurture it. It will not grow until you nurture it, man. You gotta.
I
you
do
gotta
have,
be
like,
on the ball.
one or two people following my personal Twitter that probably have no idea the podcast exists. I could see. I don't know.
Oh, you don't throw it in your bio like I do?
I have a link to it, but it's not really apparent. It's just a random link to another Twitter account in my my bio.
Oh, I do the thing with my Twitch channel where, like, I have it in my URL. I have my Twitch channel, my URL, and then in my location, it just says I stream with an emoji pointing towards the link.
I gotcha.
Because I'm fancy like that. Give me the old razzle dazzle.
The old razzle dazzle.
Anyway, next topic.
All right. So, Dylan. Wait, no, Logan. Fuck. Logan is out of the picture. He was 1, so I'm a Duke, and Dylan is whatever the hell a 3 is.
A 3 is a lot of things. It's when you sneeze, cough, piss, shit, vomit, and all at the same time. Oh, and fart.
All right, so it's number 2. So that means it's me. Fuck you. You just maybe have to do a censor, so you deserve
order,
this.
motherfucker.
Hey, Nathan, I will nuke this podcast. I will make this entire hour-long recording an entire bleep. I'll do it early.
Hey, I can... Look, I edit this shit, so I have the power to, like, put a voice effect on your audio that makes you sound like you're an old-timey cell phone, all right? I have power.
Do it. Okay, do it. I don't give a singular fuck.
All right,
I can make this podcast an entire bleep, and you'll have nothing that's usable footage.
God, I would hope you'd not do that. That would suck.
I'll drive to your house while you're editing and beat you to death.
You never know I edit.
The means to do it.
I never tell you when I edit.
Just boys being boys.
Nathan, you think I won't fucking stake out your house in the bushes with binoculars and learn you and your family's weekly schedule? You really think I won't fucking do that?
There's no way you can see Nathan where he edits it, though.
Pipe bombs don't discriminate.
God,
Do you have a pipe bomb?
do not put a pipe bomb near my house.
I'll put it up your ass.
You stay away from my house and my ass.
All
right, let's just fucking... Let's just fucking get to it. You've been unbanned.
DS stylus.
DS
stylus.
All right, well, let's get back to it. You are now in normal speaking mode again. You're no longer old cell phoned. So...
Oh, you're such a generous god.
Yes. So the topic for today is something I think we can all relate to. So, fellas, do you like food and do you like to eat?
Absolutely. I would eat 8 times a day if my stomach didn't stop me.
Dylan?
Dylan? Did he?
He's fucking dead.
Did he? I'm
taking a vow of silence against the mass censorship on this podcast. Literally 1984.
You bitch.
Dude, I was waiting for a door slam and to hear your car turn on and to hear you speed out towards Nathan's house.
That would be based as hell. If I didn't have to work tomorrow, I would do that.
Oh, that shit would be so funny.
Anyway, Dylan, food. Do you like it or nah?
Nah, who the fuck eats food?
Not Glenn Howerton.
Glenn Howerton does not eat food, that's true.
The golden god does not need nourishment.
People who have no longer have their stomachs due to some disease or something else or other. I believe stomach cancer.
Maybe.
Like they just straight up take the stomach out.
Damn, bro.
How you live after that, I don't know, but I don't know. I guess those people don't really like to eat food.
Okay, the point is
people
the point
with body
is
dysmorphia.
So, yes. So we like food and we like to eat food, and we could probably safely assume most everyone else on the world also likes to do that. But
Perhaps.
people like to put their own rules, their own spins, and like their own ideologies on food. So I want you guys to have a discussion about people that I put in the classification of food nut jobs. Absolute fucking insane people whenever it comes to food and food opinions and like food takes. I want to know what you guys think about the worst ones that you can think of.
I just wanted to bring up you said they put their ideologies. I'm just imagining now as like someone just sitting down with a bowl of macaroni and cheese and be like, God made Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve. It's like, oh God.
Just discussing how he thinks about the world to his food.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Dylan, do you have any
food heretics?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how you put it.
When people like go to a Wendy's or something like that and they dip their French fries in their Frosty, I'm like, I should waterboard you, and it should be legally within my rights to do so.
That's one of the hotter takes, actually. Like I think you're in the minority with that opinion.
I'm the most oppressed minority.
I've done it before, and I was like, it's overhyped.
It's a weird thing.
You just now have a soggy potato stick covered in vanilla.
Fuck. Okay, as graphic as that is, I understand what you mean. I want my fries to be hot and salty.
And
Salty,
crispy.
Yes.
Yes, I feel like
Yes.
you detract that whenever you dip it in a Frosty. I can understand
Yes.
that.
And that's
People
that's
who
what
put
McDonald's
salt
fries
on
are.
watermelon.
Oh yeah, people do that,
I
don't they?
okay, I get salt on watermelon. I don't even like watermelon that much, but the salt on watermelon thing is actually okay. I'm not a big fan of watermelon, so odds are I probably wouldn't do it anyway.
I could eat an entire watermelon in one sitting.
But the salt on watermelon thing, like, that's not bad.
It's not
Like,
the
I
most
get it.
egregious one. Like, I don't hate it as much as the French fry frosting, but I'm still like, but why though?
People like salty and sweet things. Kind of like the appeal of sweet and sour sauce, only, you know, this one isn't dog shit.
Or Nathan's tears when I make him edit.
Oh yeah.
Sweet and salty?
I mean, at least salty. I don't know.
Oh.
They're probably mostly salty.
Depends on your
Any
diet.
more food takes? Because I can think of one.
Go ahead.
Pineapple on
Yes.
pizza.
Oh, so that's like a no-go?
I've had it, and it's awful.
It's
It is
horrific.
so bad.
It sounds awful. I haven't even tried it. I don't want
Pineapple
to
as a
either.
fruit is garbage. Putting pineapple on pizza, it's like,
Nah,
I would prefer you shit in my taco.
I disagree that pineapple's bad in general. I just don't like it on pizza.
Yeah, pineapple is good.
You know-
I enjoy it, but not on pizza. It's no.
Yeah, pineapple's actually really good. But-
it's not for me.
Yeah, that's fair.
On pizza though, like I had it, and granted, this was frozen pizza. This wasn't a homemade, like a really good homemade pizza, or you know, one at a local place, or even a chain pizza. This was a bruschetta, one of those frozen ones, you know, the not DiGiorno's.
Yeah.
Then I don't.
It was a
fucking
bruschetta.
want it.
I want pizza at my house, and I like pizza. I'm Italian. I like pizza. Anyway, so I was eating a bruschetta, and Mom bought these ones that it was a singular one out of like however many she buys, and it's one with pineapple on it, and I'm like, I'm probably gonna regret this, but I'm gonna try it. I don't think pineapples were meant to be cooked in an oven. Gonna be real with you guys, because it just tasted like it was a foreign object in the food. Like, it's almost like when you discover there's hair in your spaghetti. It's like,
Yeah.
that ain't supposed to be there.
No, it is not.
I think it would have been fine if it was like, if I ate like a Hawaiian pizza, like a pizza specifically made with the pineapple in mind, perhaps it wouldn't be that bad. It'd be all right. But just like, this is just a standard ass pizza with marinara sauce, thick layer of cheese, and it's a thick crust, so you know there's a fuckload of cheese on it. And then there's pineapple in it instead of pepperoni.
Ugh.
It's not good.
Doesn't sound good.
It was not. So, yeah, I'll peace out on that one.
Yeah,
But you
so-
can't tell me that it's just because I haven't tried it, you pineapple on pizza fuckers, because I did try it, and it's shit. Moving on.
This one's not even like you have to mix with something. This one's just default duck meat. Duck meat is
meat,
not
really?
good.
Hmm.
Like, think of chicken, and then think of everything you like about chicken, and remove that from it, and you have duck, and make it even worse then.
So
I like
just
ostrich meat more than duck meat.
I've never had ostrich meat.
You're missing out.
I've never had duck or ostrich. I don't eat foreign animals, really. Like,
Kangaroos.
I guess- well, not
kangaroo
foreign,
meat
not
slaps. By the way, but
we'll give it a few more years, because they're releasing kangaroos in our area.
what?
Yeah.
That's a whole new topic for a different day.
Kangaroos are getting released in our area. They are going to be released here to attract tourists, and within 5 or so years, when they finally repopulate and like expand their population big enough for the ecosystem to sustain itself, they are going to be up for hunting.
I did not think kangaroo could survive in the like North American climate.
Apparently, they can. I just read it. It's I don't remember exactly which county it is, but we'll look into that after.
Because I knew they were reintroducing elk to our area, but like that makes sense. That's an animal that lives on this continent. We're talking about an animal that lives on the exact like opposite side of the planet.
And
Damn, I
train
wanna
them
hunt
to
a
be
kangaroo,
better
though.
acclimated.
Well, give it a few years and you can. We should have a special Bloomfield podcast episode where it's literally just us hunting kangaroo.
That would be amazing.
And then Dylan tries to fist fight one in his armor.
Well, yeah, that would be funny. Yeah, it would be the inverse. Instead of like a usual podcast where Nathan's tired of me and Logan's bullshit, the hunting one would be me tired of Logan and Nathan's bullshit. Because I actually, out of the three of us, I'm the only one who actually hunts. Granted, I've never hunted a kangaroo, but still.
I've never hunted, but I know how to. I know to shut the fuck up and, like, you know, you're sitting
I'm
around
pretty sure I would have to slit Nathan's fucking fat throat.
God. I mean, yeah, but God.
Nathan.
Don't.
Like, you can fucking
Is
stop me. I'm gonna
fat.
have a 30-06 on my shoulder, Nathan. That's what they used to storm the frickin' D-Day. An M1 Garand is chambered in 30-06. I'm just using a bolt action version of it.
All right, anyway, food hot takes.
I got one.
I heard... oh, go ahead.
So this is one that's pretty common that everyone knows about and everyone discusses, and I'm getting to the breaking point of it because it's getting on my last fucking nerve. All right? And that is cooking steak. I am so fucking done with people arguing about how to cook steak. I'm
tired of steak in general.
I got something for how people cook steak. I've got two things.
So it's just, for me, it's a deal where it's just like, I can understand why you wouldn't like the way certain steaks are cooked, but just go fuck yourself. Honestly, I just if I want to have a medium well to well done steak, I can have a medium well to well done steak. Like, just, I don't care. I want to have my meat cooked, bro. Like, the amount of people who will just eat rare steak and then get real pissy about people eating well-done steak is like, dude, you're just taking a cut out of a cow, throwing it in a microwave for 30 seconds and calling it a day. That shit's gross.
You spent $40 on this special filet mignon that's rare. It was on the stove for like 2 minutes, and when you could have, bought some at Walmart, bought the seasoning, and did it yourself for like half the price, and you're acting all high and mighty.
Yeah.
Like, if you're gonna look down on people for how long they like their steak cooked, it's like you are an insufferable fucking
There's a little bit piece to steaks as well that also annoy me is people get really high and mighty about, what sauces used for steak and how apparently it's a heinous crime towards humanity to eat steak with ketchup.
What?
Ketchup is fine on steak. I don't see what the fucking issue is. Just, it's a meat, and ketchup is good on meat. I don't see why it's such an issue.
I only use A1 myself.
Same.
If the seasoning's good enough, I won't even put A1 on it.
Same.
I'll just eat that shit raw.
Yeah.
Not raw, just without any sort of sauce. But yeah, I can't say that I put ketchup on it, but I've heard of it. I've heard of that. Ketchup on steak.
Yeah,
Makes sense.
It's fucking ketchup on a meat. It's not that bad. Get over yourself.
My was actually related to ketchup. I was actually going to mention macaroni and ketchup.
Oh.
Not even macaroni and cheese and ketchup. No, macaroni and ketchup.
What the fuck is wrong with people?
I don't know. This was told to me by a family member. I don't believe it was her. I think she said it was a friend of hers she knew. She said it was kind of weird. Unfortunately, she's no longer with us, so I can never confirm that story. But it was at my cousin's graduation. It was her son, and I was sitting next to her, and I don't know why. I was talking about food, because I was probably hungry that day, and I just heard macaroni and ketchup, and my mind immediately went places. I was like, that's fucking disgusting. So this was actually a discussion me and Nathan had earlier today, is like, yeah, I don't think I would ever I don't really put ketchup on anything that isn't a meat. Like, I don't put ketchup on any sort of noodle. I think that's...
Ketchup is for meat and fries, or potatoes in general. That's about it.
See, I like the A1 more for potato.
A1 is just a versatile sauce.
It really is. A1 on chicken, fucking... Oh, anyway, the one other steak thing I had, it's not how people cook their steak, but it's a very specific, very hyped, very expensive type of steak that everyone raves about, like, on YouTube and shit, and just like...
Ribeye?
No, not ribeye. Wagyu, like, A5 beef. It's like from Japan.
What did you just say to
The
me?
super expensive
It's
beef from
super
Japan.
expensive, and it's what's called heavily marbled. All marbling is just fat. Legitimately, if you look up Wagyu, it is about 70% white, which is the fat, and 30% pink, which is the meat. If I wanted to eat a fat sandwich, I would put bread on Nathan.
I can agree to that. I've
I'm
never
personally
tried
not even
Wagyu,
that.
and I probably won't for a long time because fucking money sucks, dude. But I've never tried it, and I don't really have an intention to because it's so fatty. Like, I get it. A little bit of fat in meat is good. It gives it a little bit of moisture. It gives it a little bit of extra flavoring. That's fine. But if it's like heavily marbled with that much fat in it, I just feel like it would be kind of gross tasting. Like, you don't just eat fat. You don't do that.
Yeah, have you guys ever actually just eaten the fat off of a steak? Like, do you ever cut the fat off and ever just eat it on its own to wonder what it tastes like? I've done that, and yeah, it's overwhelming.
Yeah, it's not
meant to be
good.
with the meat. I can't imagine it's that. I'm not even a big steak guy to begin with. Like, I enjoy a good steak, but
I thought of a horrible joke when Nathan says nobody eats fat.
just say it.
Everyone says nobody eats fat until its last call at the bar, and it's been a long time.
Fuck. I'm not even a steak guy, like, that much, you know? Like, I don't get into the debate. I raise eyebrows if I ever get a steak well done, like I have before. It's fine. It's still juicy. People are fucking liars. And I've had medium well, and yeah, medium well's better. Like, it is. Like, I can agree with that. You know, if you don't overcook it, it's better. But I don't care. You just give me the steak, you know? Because some places don't ask you how you want your meat cooked. They just cook it. You know, because they just have a house rule or something. It varies from place to place and who's the cook, et cetera, et cetera. But I prefer pork chops, really. You know, I prefer pork chops or chicken even. Like, I'm a rather basic bitch. So I don't find steak as exciting as other people do, you know?
Steak is good, but, like, I will throw a steak in the trash for, like, half the portion size of venison. I fucking
Venison
love
is-
venison.
Oh, yeah, dude. Deer steak.
Yeah.
Now that's some good shit. Deer
God,
steak.
venison is so good.
Can we talk about some good meats? Ham. Ham is very
An
good.
angry
meat.
kind of
It is
meat.
an
It's an angry kind of meat, but it is a good meat.
Ham is a good meat. Not my favorite, but it's top 5, I would say.
Yeah, I love like
has
the
to be
Christmas
seasoned, right?
hams, like the ones that are just big chunk. You take the slices out of it, you just get one big old slice of ham. It's all juicy. Nah.
What's the soda people use to mix in ham? Isn't it like, do they use Coca-Cola or Dr. Pepper to kind of like put in the broth?
Rum ham.
Was it-
Ham.
Isn't that it? Am I misremembering?
I can't. I know what you're talking about. I do know.
I feel like people
know.
cook ham and Dr. Pepper. That seems like it would pair well with ham.
I think that's it. Yeah, because I know my mom does it. I believe she does, anyway. And every time she makes ham, I'm always so happy. Like, I get at least 6 slices of that shit because, ugh, that ham is so good.
It's 4 inches of meat.
No, it's more than 4 inches. 6
Dr.
slices, that's way
Pepper.
more than 4 inches, homie. That's a cock of ham right there.
It's a cock
That's
of
an 8-incher. That's an 8-incher.
I don't know if we should measure meats like that, but okay.
No, you don't know the categories for dick size?
No, I know. Just like I feel like meat that we are eating, like consuming, I don't know if that's how we should measure it with cock sizes.
Well, it's meat. You got 1 to 3 inches, which is a pp of meat, and then you got 4 to 6, which is a dick, and then 8 and above is cock. Add a cock of meat. A cock's worth of ham.
A cock's worth of ham is definitely like a light meal, I would say. At least mine
Well, granted,
is.
it wasn't all I was eating. It was 8 inches of ham, and then mashed potatoes and shit.
And then like
More
a
stuff.
nut of ham.
4 inches of meat drowning in Dr. Pepper.
Dr. Pepper.
You think we could get Kathy on the show?
Oh man.
It's your girl Kathy. Hey.
I mean, hey,
Well, I mean, that depends.
Apparently, I've heard
we
rumors
want-
she saw those dubs and liked them. So.
Oh, she loves them. Do we want like the real Kathy, or do we want like just the voice of Kathy
Both.
from
The
Djibouti?
dub
We
voice.
have them
Yeah, why
both
not?
on as guests at the same time. Don't explain it. Both times they're in character as Kathy. Granted, one's just, being Kathy. But I want Djibouti Dubs to be in a fat suit and have a red wig and look exactly like Kathy. I want him to undergo 10-hour excruciating plastic surgery to be in character the entire time for an hour podcast with us.
Does Djibouti Dub still do videos?
I have no clue.
I haven't checked in a while. I have no idea.
They have not uploaded in 7 months.
Damn.
Well, and there goes that plan.
Their last video was Mega Man cartoon redubbed for 2021.
Nice.
It's the 80s or 90s Mega Man cartoon. Damn. What's with all these YouTube channels just disappearing off the face of the map?
That's a good question. I mean, they all have their reasons, but many of them correlate.
I mean, some of them are like, for scandalous reasons, like they did some fucked up shit and got, shunned for it, so they end up just leaving the internet, which is fine. Fuck them. But then there's some people who leave for mental health reasons or other situations that are out of their control, which is acceptable. Good for them. You take care of yourself. But then you just got those YouTubers or those YouTube groups that just fucking disappear with no ifs, ands, or buts or whys.
Just gone.
Yeah, just Thanos snap.
God,
Gone.
I miss Salmonella Academy. I miss him. That son of a bitch.
It's very... Yeah, it is very strange. Like, I used to watch this group called We Like to Play. And they did a lot of Nintendo shit. And I remember one of their first playthroughs, my favorite playthroughs from them was Super Mario 3D World. Because I didn't have a Wii U when that game came out. I got it, like, that Christmas, but I remember watching their playthrough of it, and I thought it was fucking hilarious. But that group just, poof, gone. Half the members quit the channel, and then I believe like a year later, the final 2 members left, and I was just kind of a dead channel. It's very sad.
Very weird.
In like 3 years, we won't have uploaded for like 7 months. Everyone's like, man, what happened to the Bloomfield podcast? And they're going to do a little bit of digging and like find an arrest. They'll find out I was arrested. Nathan was murdered. I was possibly arrested for Nathan's murder. And Logan went to law school just to put me in jail for possibly killing Nathan.
I gotta say, every time you moved to a different member, it took a left turn. I was not expecting any of that. The murder, okay, that sounds about right for Dylan. It's like, Nathan's dead. It's like, oh, okay, he was murdered by me. Oh, fuck. And then Logan's in law school. It's like, oh!
Oh, fuck!
Just to put me underneath the prison.
Hey, that's a great story. You should put that on fanfiction.net. That's money right there, man.
That is money right there. Look, man, like, if this podcast ever just goes under, like, we should just disappear. Just saying, calling it right now.
This podcast is one of my last like tethers to like being known, because like after I move out a few years down the line, if this podcast ends, it's like I'm just going off the grid.
Is your last little bit of being a part of society?
Yeah.
I don't want to get rid of my streams though. I kind of want to keep streaming.
I mean, I said the podcast would just phase off of the earth, but I mean, whatever you guys want to do is not really, off the table.
Well, you're saying we should disappear, I think that I would just keep going on, but if someone ever asked me, is like, hey, whatever happened to that podcast you used to do? I'm like, what podcast? I never had a podcast.
No, we basically need to do this for like years, and then at some point or another, I just delete the entire channel. Me and Dylan never make contact with the outside world ever again. And then Logan on his streams will just never acknowledge the fact that it ever existed.
Yeah. And even if viewers come in with screenshots and stuff, you'll just gaslight them and say those are edited and fake and shit like that. It's like, this is their Twitter
real and
account.
You're fake.
It's like, they created their Twitter account on this day. Their last tweet was this. It's like, nah, bro, never happened.
No, what the fuck are you talking about?
You made that up. It's like, it's literally your Twitch profile picture. Like,
meanwhile, Nathan's living, a nice quiet life on a ranch in Texas, and I'm in Detroit killing people.
Oh.
And then
then
we try to reform the podcast. So it's going to be like that one scene in, that shit. Was it Endgame where they found Hawkeye just murdering people in Japan?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just come up to him. It's like, okay, we'll reform the podcast. And Till's like, don't do that. Don't give me hope.
And then like after like 10 episodes of us reforming, there's just a random episode of the podcast where I'm recording it through the prison cell like phone. Like I'm doing the phone call, looking at you guys through the glass, and I'm like, "Help me, help me!" And I'm just pounding on the glass.
Phone audio quality on Discord.
Yes, prison phone quality.
I learned my lesson after Nathan joined me in one of my streams with that shit. Never again. I will leave this podcast if one of you fuckers try to record with your phone.
We should do a whole entire episode on our phones.
No, I refuse.
Nah, I'm not doing that.
I will not subject our viewers to such torture.
Oh, God.
That's evil.
I mean, I could just do that filter that I was talking about that I found where it all sounds like we're coming through really crappy speakers.
We should get an effect for the editing software so it sounds like an old-timey like presidential speech.
I could probably find that.
I think that's kind of what Nathan's describing, like old audio quality, like from, yesteryear. That'd be fun. We should have a 60s or 70s themed podcast episode.
That would be interesting to have like decade themed podcasts. The Great Depression is just an hour straight of nonstop sobbing. I lost everything, man. I've got 5 kids.
I mean, we do have a lot of bits and specials planned for like topics and whatnot. I feel like we'll have more than enough just random bullshit that pops up in the future that'll make people interested.
We should record a podcast where we're all sitting on the same couch in real life, but there's no video.
Yeah, so like no one can ever tell. We need to get the Bloomfeld table.
Yes.
We need to get the Bloomfeld table, and then we need to like recreate the thumbnail. We should do that one day. That would be cool shit.
Oh, yeah. Do we ever... Yeah, the audience, this image you guys keep seeing, this table's fake. We're not actually at this table.
I'm sorry to break the illusion, but the table's not real, and we are on a Discord call.
I'm also not real.
The table and Dylan came from Nate's imagination, although Dylan may have been a combination of both of our subconscious.
I'm all After Effects and schizophrenia.
He's right, you know.
Yeah. Dylan's actually Nathan trying to practice his voice acting portfolio for his future career.
Yeah,
I
just
don't
like
get
Justin
fucking
Roiland.
paid enough for it.
I talk to myself all the time in the recording booth. That's how I do it.
I've actually made negative money from this podcast.
Wait, what? Oh, yeah, wait.
He's in the red because he bought a mic.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, me and Dylan are both in the red. Logan's the only one who's still neutral in this.
Yeah, I've not spent a single cent on this podcast.
Then again, I can't really complain about being in the red for buying a mic for this podcast when I've spent a few $100s making a suit of armor over the past 2 months.
Yeah, how much money are you in on that? Like $500 or $600? Like counting your weapons and shit?
Not that high. I want to say like 300, maybe 400. At some point, I will go through my order history and I will add up all of that. But I don't want to face those demons right now.
Yeah, that's fair.
For me, currently, the hit that I've taken financially was the commission for the cover of the podcast, which I don't regret in the slightest. It's still amazing, and I still love it to this very day. But just financially, yes, I have not made shit from this yet, and I've lost actually from it.
The podcast like cover image is cool though. It's still you and Logan's profile pics on, like it's you guys each individual faces profile pics on Discord. It's not mine, just to further add reinforcement to the idea that I don't actually exist. Audience, you made me up as a figment of your own imagination.
Well, the audience can never see your Discord profile though.
That's also true.
But why don't you use you as your Discord profile?
I don't want to.
You just don't like your face?
I absolutely despise my face. If I could have it removed, I would.
We should like Photoshop Dylan's face out of the pod and then add in a different face.
We should do
yeah.
We should do backyard surgery and cut my face off and then cut someone else's face off and then switch our faces. But make him handsome.
Like
I want someone who's handsome's face.
Rhino, 60s Spider-Man.
Ryan Gosling?
Channing Tatum?
Maybe Channing Tatum. That would be very funny.
I think I've got the head size to pull off Channing Tatum's face, because I got a big head, and I think that would suit well for having his face.
What kind of food do you think Channing Tatum likes? Do you think he puts pineapple on his steak?
I think he puts champagne in his sausages.
He probably puts champagne in his sausages that he then puts in Sandra Bullock in that one movie.
Hey, yo,
hey.
hold up.
What? There's a movie where
Channing Tatum lays pipe with Sandra Bullock?
I don't know who Channing Tatum's actually with in real life, but I saw a preview for a movie when me and Nate went to see Batman, and it's just like a shitty rom-com with but it's like a self-aware shitty rom-com with Sandra Bullock and Channing Tatum.
I love Sandra Bullock. I might see that. What's it called?
That's a good question.
All right,
That's
hold
a
on.
good. That's a
Taking
good
to the
damn
internet.
question.
I mean, if you look
This
up
is what
Sandra
happens.
Bullock, Channing Tatum rom-com, it will probably come up as like coming soon in theaters.
Sandra Bullock.
It also has Brad Pitt.
Also that.
The Lost City?
Yes, that's what it was.
Yeah, that's it.
Coming out this year. Wait, is it playing?
It could be.
It's playing.
Oh.
It's
Boys.
it's listing our theater.
We go see the Lost Island or Lost City. We review the movie for a podcast. We do
We
back
just
to
came
back
out-
2 weeks. We do the Batman review, Lost City review.
Well, I was actually going to bring it up to you. I was thinking we should all go see Sonic.
We should all
this
go
weekend.
see Sonic.
We get the group together.
This
and,
weekend, if we did it like Saturday evening, I could.
We could figure that out probably.
Yeah.
if not this weekend, maybe next
Okay.
weekend. Because Sunday I'll probably be tied
At
up.
this
'cause
point,
of-
we're just making plans now, so I think we
just
should probably wrap up the podcast we're recording.
It's a podcast about nothing.
That's true. Look, if Nathan's not gonna take the reins for me, like take the reins and pull me back, I'll pull myself back.
I'll
I'm an
pull
in-
myself
I'm
on
an
podcast.
I'm an independent man. I cook my own dinner, do my own laundry, and suck my own dick, like a true independent man should.
You're a
I just
fucking
realized
liar.
this
There's
is
no
two
way
episodes-
in
Yeah,
hell
there's
that you
not.
do your own. You're no way you do your own laundry.
Yeah, there's
You're right. You son of a bitch. You're right.
There's been
know,
2
right?
episodes in a row now where I haven't gotten to end the episode. It's been you guys.
Yeah, I'm telling
Hey,
you,
that's
it's a
perfectly
hostile
fine.
takeover. Yeah, you're
the
actually
more
being
this
let
goes
go.
on- Fuck off.
We'll see you guys next time
Bye,
on the
everyone.
Bloomfield Podcast. Oh wait, we gotta plug shit.
Oh, right.
Yes.
At Bloomfeld Pod, you can find the rest of us that way. I'm also on Twitch, Logan the Kid. Bye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, everybody.